Hello and welcome back to my channel. I have so much to say, I don't even know where to start, but basically this is going to be a life update, which is something I've never posted before. I don't think I've ever just sat down and done like a life update. I may have done like little mini life updates and Q&As or other types of videos, but I don't think I've ever just sat down and given a life update because honestly it's never been needed until this year. Some of you have noticed, some of you have not, because I was posting on Instagram yesterday about this life update and how I felt disconnected or like my content hasn't been the same, and a lot of people were saying that they didn't notice any difference, which I do completely understand. My content itself maybe hasn't changed much, but a lot has changed. And I feel like I want to address this. Not that I owe it to anybody, but I want to because I feel like it'll be able to explain things a lot better, and then from this point on we can move forward and we'll be past it. I have this notebook where I wrote down, I was starting to write down like an outline of what I was gonna say. I didn't get that deep into it because I don't know, I kind of realized I kind of just want to speak. I don't really know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna try my best not to ramble a ton. I just know that I need to update you guys on what had happened this past year and then my future plans. So starting out, I just want to start with me at my Huntington Beach apartment with Vanessa and Melanie. There's been a lot of questions asking why we moved out and if there's any problem between us. Absolutely not. There's no bad blood at all. Love both of them so much. We moved out because the intention of the whole thing was just to be a 6-month, super quick, short-term lease. They both wanted to move out and just have a place to live for a little bit before they went to school, and then I'm not going to school, but you know, they texted me with the opportunity to live with them for 6 months, and I was like, yeah, sure. So we did. It was so much fun, loved it, but obviously when the lease ended, that was it. And I knew from the beginning when I moved out in Huntington, I knew I was coming back home after. So I moved out, but like not really. I moved out knowing that like I was coming home. So kind of moving out, kind of not. But that was really fun. And then February of this year, I moved back home. I feel like January, February of this year was when I stopped being like so present on social media for so many different reasons. I used to be posting like 8 times a month. I was posting twice a week and I felt very connected to everyone. And then I was looking back yesterday at my channel. This whole year, the most I think I've posted in a single month was 4 times, which isn't, it's okay. It's just not what I want to be doing. And I haven't felt very like proud or happy with my videos this past year, just because I guess of not the videos themselves, but like what was going on in my real life. So springtime was fine. I had fun. I was a part of this friend group for the very first time in my life. I had like friends, which was I think the first reason why I stopped being so active on social media, was because for the very first time I was getting like invited to things. I had plans, I had friends, and I just didn't know a good work and like personal fun life balance, and I went fully into just wanting to go out with friends all the time. If I got an invite to go out to dinner with people when I knew I should have be filming my dinner at home, I chose to go out to dinner with them, which is not a bad thing. I don't necessarily regret all this because I did have multiple years, like pretty much all 4 years of high school, no friends, like sat home all day, every day. So as much as I'm a little upset at myself for not prioritizing YouTube as much, I think it was needed to be able to like experience things this year that I just missed out on for many years. So that happened, and those friends, that friend group did not work out at all. Also, that's made me realize that like this may be hypocritical coming from someone who does social media, and I'm fully aware of that. There is a difference between someone who is a content creator, kind of blocking the whole camera, and someone who, but there is a big difference, which is what I've learned from people who post on social media and the LA, specifically TikTok world. I realized that is so not for me, and I don't want to be part of that at all. I was never even super big into that. I'm not even like a TikToker. I'm not big on TikTok. Like I post on TikTok, which you guys want to follow me at aleawicka. I really like my videos over there. I think TikTok is really fun. I love TikTok. And I'm speaking from someone who is not even very into it, that it's not good. So I don't I don't know. That is something I learned. I have now came to the conclusion that if I meet super cool people through social media, awesome. Love it. So many of my best friends I've met through social media, and it's amazing. But the one thing that I have realized is that business and like personal friendships don't work when one person in a group of friends has any sort of authority over the others. That doesn't work. And I don't know. That whole thing, that whole space, not for me. I realized that. So that was in the spring. After that whole thing ended, I honestly, I wasn't too upset about it for the longest time. Like it didn't take me long to like get over those friendships because I was kind of realizing a lot of them were like really surface level. That's just how all of that is. It kind of sucked because that was my life for the past like few months. Like these people that like I couldn't hang out with anymore. And then from May through kind of when I recently came back from New York in very early October, I think it was, I was traveling. I experienced so many amazing things, went to so many amazing places, met so many amazing people. Like it was so much fun, and I am so glad that I was able to do that this year. But what I've realized about traveling for, what was it, like May, June, July, August, September, not October, I would say 5 months of pretty solid, consistent travel, is that I would love to travel for 5 minutes at a time in a different style. Traveling for like a week to a week and a half at a time, all different places, and each time I was traveling with different people, it gets to be a lot. I don't think I need a ton of structure in my life. I'm not someone that needs a routine, but I, like not even just those 5 months, since I got back home in February, I haven't felt like settled anywhere. I've been like on the go and just doing stuff constantly, which I did really like, but someone can only do it for so long. So that was another reason why I feel like I wasn't as active on social media, was because I was traveling and just so busy at all times. And a lot of times I was traveling with people who like didn't want to be on camera. And how do you film a trip like when you're with people but not getting them in the video? It just didn't work. So that made it a little difficult. And then I'm going to be pretty vague on this, which I'm asking you all to be respectful of my wishes with that. I mean, you can feel free to ask questions. Am I gonna answer? Probably not. But pretty much what I'm gonna say about it in this video is going to be the end of it, and then we're gonna carry on, and that's gonna be that. Over the summer, there was a period of time where I was not treating myself well, physically, mentally. I was just not treating myself well. And really look back on that, and it makes me so mad at myself, because I really pride myself in, I do not let people treat me bad. And I am so like stern on that. If you treat me poorly, like you're just not in my life, and that's how it should be for everyone, obviously. I do not put up with people treating me bad, and you should neither, nor should anybody. But why did I let myself have an exception? I let myself treat myself poorly because I felt like I wasn't in like a good space myself. It made YouTube hard for me to film. Not that I was lying in any way. I was never lying. I just felt like I was putting on like a, I don't know. It's hard to explain, but even if my content, you may not seen a difference, I know that I have felt very disconnected from you guys, which I hate, because I just wasn't sharing anything that happened in my life this year at all. Which also, video kind of makes it seem like this year was bad. And like, I may have had some like bad moments, but I don't know. This year was a lot. It's not even the end of the year, but it's the end of that period of my life. But that is over. We're past that. I am doing so good right now. I have found the most amazing friends the past few months. Many of them like new friends that I've met, and then a few others just like people that I've gotten extra close to. And genuinely, I feel like I could not be surrounded by like more uplifting, amazing people than like right now. And I am so happy. To recap what January, February to September, I would say, it was just a lot of ups and downs for me. I was just not happy with, honestly, not happy with who I was as a person, like in the way I treated others. To an outside perspective of like everyone in my life, I wasn't different, I don't believe. Not bad in the way that I was treating others, but the way that I was treating myself. And I feel like within the past month, I have really found myself again, and my excitement, my eyes are watering. I'm just very, 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 very happy. I'm not gonna cry, but within the past month, maybe a little more than a month, I would say like the past month and a half, 2 months, I've really just like flipped so many things around, all like so much for the better. I'm just like getting back to who I was before, and like my mindset is so much better. I'm so happy and excited and hopeful for the future. So I guess that leads me to where I am now. I'm clearly not in my bedroom at home, and that's because I don't live there anymore as of yesterday. I am currently, just for the next month, going to be staying with my friend Lawson, which you guys will meet him. He is amazing. One of my best friends ever. I love him so much. I'll show some pictures of us. We went to New York together, and it was so much fun. I grew up in Long Beach, California. I've actually never said that online just because I don't want to say the name of the city, but also, how big is Long Beach? Like, so big. There's nearly 500,000 people in Long Beach, so I mean, it's a really big city, but I just still never said it online. But exposed myself. I mean, I feel like everyone knew that I was in Long Beach. If you're from the area, everyone knew that I lived in Long Beach. But so that's where I live, which is 35 miles from where I want to be, which is West Hollywood. But 35 miles in LA is not like a 35-minute drive. I mean, it is when there's no traffic, which is like in the middle of the night. Any other time, it's not great. And it would be an hour to an hour and a half drive that I was pretty much making every single day. Besides when I was traveling, basically since I moved back home in February, I have been commuting, but not for like a job, up to LA nearly every day. The reason for that is sometimes it is because of work. I've had to come up here for events and different like shoots and stuff. But the other reason is all of my friends are up here. I did not have a single friend within 30 minutes driving of me at my house in Long Beach, which I mean, clearly was fine. I made it work. I was seeing my friends often, but 2 to 3 hours every single day was just so much of time wasted that I was doing for so long. And it killed me to know that I was wasting like 3 hours nearly every day just driving. You can't do anything when you're driving. You're just, and I like, I could be getting done so much work in those 3 hours. If I were to just sit down for 3 hours and put that time to work, I'd get so much stuff done, but no, I couldn't. Well, I could, but like I also wanted to see friends. And then because LA traffic sucks, it was always the issue of like, if I had something to do at 6 p.m. here, I couldn't leave at 5 to come at 6 because no, traffic is super bad then. So that means that I have to come up at like 3, and I don't live up here. So what did I do? I would just like go to an outdoor mall and just like walk around alone just to wait for my plans at like 6. Or if I had plans that would finish at like 5, if I were to drive home then, I would be in the car for an hour and 45 minutes, which I'm not gonna do. So then I would just find something to do here. And I was just wasting so much time because going back and forth between LA and Long Beach. So obviously moving up here is something I really wanted to do. And then I met Lawson, who he is living at this place, but he's paying month to month because he had like intention of wanting to find a better place. So for this next month, I'm gonna be living with him, and it's just going to be much easier to be up here, especially because we want to tour a ton of apartments. And before that, we had been touring places for like the past week, and there were times when he'd be like, oh, like I got a tour today, but it's at like this time. And I wouldn't have had time to come up here and make it. So like, I didn't get to go to about half the tours, and he was sending me videos of them, which is cool, but I'd like to be there for the tours. If I'm gonna be moving in, I wanna be able to see it in person myself. Now that I'm up here, one, I don't have a commute anymore, which is so nice. I was driving so much and so much money and gas. Oh yeah, that's another thing I didn't really say. Within the past month and a half, I had my phone stolen, my debit card stolen, and my car totaled. I have had a year, like so much has happened. And then we're gonna spend the next month here. We're both gonna work really, really hard, and we are both going to be touring apartments together all the time. So then, first week of December, we're gonna move into our place, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. This means like move-in vlog, room transformation, first grocery shop, like pantry organization. I'm gonna do like a kitchen tour, like pantry tour. I am so excited. So excited. I can't wait. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of my update, is that I'm living here. Oh yeah, it's a 1-bedroom. So I have this little nook in the living room that I set up an air mattress, and then it's not fully set up yet. I really just got here yesterday, but I'm gonna go back home this weekend, and I'm getting like a clothing rack and maybe like a little shelf thing to keep some stuff in and under there. So that's my little area for the next month, basically just to be out here, to not have to drive back and forth, and so we can tour places, and I can be working in LA. And now that we're cut up to present speed, what are my plans for the future is, you know, moving in December. I'm editing this, and I wanted to speak on the fact that I'm moving to LA, and earlier in the video I talked about how I didn't like the like LA influencer scene, and I just wanted to say moving to LA does not mean I'm having to be involved in any of that. You can live here without being involved in that, and that is exactly what I'm doing. So if that was confusing, hopefully that clears it. But the other big thing is that I'm not saying I am back to 8 times a month on YouTube, because if I've been doing 3 to 4 for this past year, I will not promise that I will be fully jumped back into 8 times a month right now, especially for this next little bit, like the next month or so, until I'm like settled into our actual place, because then we're gonna sign a year lease, and just the idea of knowing that I'm gonna be somewhere for a year and like not have to worry. I have not been at a single place for more than like a week and a half in the past year. I've slept in my bed way less than half the amount of days in the past year, which is, I'm just very excited to be like settled into a place, and not just settled into a place, and I could not be more excited. So yeah, I think that's kind of it. Tuesday, November 4th right now. I don't know exactly when this video will be posted. It's 2:30 p.m. Today I'm having a Trader Joe's picnic while watching the sunset later, and I'm so excited. I don't know, I'm just very excited about life and YouTube. Very excited about YouTube and being back posting. Guys, look at this. I might blur this out because I can't expose it everything. These are my current video ideas. I don't want to show you guys, but I have never been so like motivated and inspired. I have so many ideas, and I can't wait. And I'm just, I don't know. I feel like a month from now, like my life will be exactly where I want it to be. That's kind of the end of this video. I hope this explained something. I'm sorry if it was a little long. I tried to make it not super long, but I think I got all my thoughts out there, and if I didn't, you might see clips of me like pop in, or maybe some text on the screen, but I think I did good without even having an outline, so I think we're all good. But yes, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for sticking with me throughout this year. I'm just so mad at myself that I dug myself deep into a hole, and I'm just trying to get out of it. Well, I am out of it, but it's just like, I don't know, self-sabotage. I don't know what I was thinking, but glad I'm got a clear mind now. So thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking with me. I'm very excited about future and the future videos, so if you're not subscribed already, you should subscribe to stick around and see what I have coming. And if you have video ideas that you want me to see, please let me know. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video, which should be pretty soon.